Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World, and we are back today for another fun-filled episode. At least I hope it's going to be fun-filled. We will see just how it goes here today. And with that said, let's check out our inventory. Just take a quick look at what we've got going on. All right, we're looking like we're in good shape. Plenty of food. We've got everything we need. Oh, we need to fill up our bag, don't we? Yeah, let's go ahead and hit A for action. Then we'll select our bag, and we're going to put something into it. And I'm going to grab my biggest pile of meat here. We're just going to put all that meat into the bag. Makes it easier to eat. I've explained the purpose of that in previous ones, but it's basically just a more efficient way of eating your meal, having it all in one big bag as opposed to taking little bites out of it at a time. So we're good to go. Let's get our water. Looks like he needs to sleep. Yep, it's late evening. Now, let me see. What do we got here? We've got a couple of skins on the ground. Okay, the de-haired elk skin. Okay, that one's not ready for 11 days. Right. We're turning that one into leather, which takes quite a process to soak and let the hair basically come away from the fur. Now, we've also got a whole bunch of meat here. I just noticed there's a few of them. It's hard to see when you got a big pile. In fact, folks have recommended that I don't pile all my meat up like this, so it's easier for me to keep track of when it becomes ready. But just in the interest of space, not having a bunch of stuff spread out around my little shelter, I do like to pile it up. And if I hit it, you can see there are a couple here that are going to be ready in 3 or 4 days. So that's good to know. It's not like we need the meat or like I'm hurting for it, but I just want to keep track of it, figure out what we've got and how much more we need. So currently our mission is to obviously get as much meat as we can prepared for the summer. We got a little bit more time to rest here. Okay, there we go. And let's see, let's check on our little pig trap, see if we've got any luck here. We've been setting traps in this location like crazy, but nothing. Not a single pig. No, we've got 4, 5 traps here. 4 like the big deadfall, and then we've got this big boy right here, the bear trap. So, and I mean, you can see how many tracks are still all over this region. I think the pigs are still pretty active there. So I'm just going to leave it. We'll just do a little searching around. We've got a second shelter down here. We were, of course, really challenged by the cold weather early on, but we've kind of gotten over that now. It's getting warmer as we get closer to the end of winter, and of course our gear has improved quite a bit since we initially made our way over here. But let's see, let's just check real quick. Yeah, we have no injuries, which is good because we have been picking up frostbite occasionally, but like I said, it's warm enough now. I don't think that's an issue for us. Plus, we did make some extra gloves, so that's phenomenal. I'm going to spend maybe a little bit of time actually searching through some of this area we haven't explored yet. Of course, the goal in coming over to this region of the map here where it's so isolated is to find a really good spot to set up our first and only, hopefully, cabin. We'll see. I'm always looking for something special or interesting, a unique place, you know, that makes it so much more fun because when you do build a cabin in this game, it's a lot of man hours. It's not an easy process. You've got to assemble all the materials, get them all ready. So it just makes it that much more satisfying when you've invested all that time into an area that you really like, you know, that's got an appealing look to it or has some really good resources nearby. Oh, look at this. Speaking of resources, okay, so we've got a person there. He might be hunting that elk. I don't know. We're not going to go for the elk right now. It's crazy. It's so close to our shelter. But what I'm going to do is hop over here into our shelter. It's just too late. We don't have visibility. We're really tired. Literally like ready to drop. So we're going to sleep. Okay, now it's noon. Man, we slept forever, didn't we? Let's go ahead and hop out. Perfect. So you can see they're still here. Let's zoom in a little bit. All right, so I'm not going to mess with the person. Of course, we're role-playing as like an escaped slave who doesn't want to interact at all. So with other people, I should say. We're definitely going to interact with the elk here. Oh, there it is. And I can tell it's got a calf with it. I think they're standing. Yeah, there's an elk and an elk calf right there. So we got a small elk. Let's look at the elk calf. Okay. Neither one of them's tired or anything, which is fine. We'll just have to make that happen ourselves. So let's take a shot. I don't care which one I'm shooting at, really. Ooh, that was terrible. But we are gonna chase him now, so let's go. I'm going for the big game, obviously the mother first. Oftentimes in hunts like these, though, you'll know this if you've tuned in previous hunts, but oftentimes we end up being able to acquire the smaller of the two first. Sometimes we get lucky and able to come back and kill both of them, but usually the calf is the easier kill. But obviously we're going to go for the bigger one here. Now it's not running, so I need to try and spook it here. Let's take another shot at it. Because if it's just walking like that, it's not going to be expending much endurance. Let me run at it. I'm going to start sprinting at it, try and spook it. It's really hanging around this area because it's looking for its calf right now. Let's take another shot at it. I'm going to have to make some more arrows after this. Oh, we nailed it. Okay. And minor puncture. A little bit fatigued. All right, perfect. Let's start sprinting. I'm going to try and grab my arrows here. Okay, I've stopped sprinting because of course I lost sight of it, so now I go to the place where I last saw it and I just continue to follow the tracks. There it is. Okay, let's look for it. Again, it's trying to stay close here because it's looking for its calf, which I mean honestly might be like right behind us here, I don't know. But let's wheel another arrow. All right, let's get up close to it. There it goes. It's running. I'm gonna just let it run itself out. I'm not gonna chase it, like sprint after it. Of course we're following it, but yeah, we gotta conserve our energy as well, so it's always a give and take. It's always a delicate balance here. But as long as I don't lose sight of it or it doesn't head towards the trees, we should be able to keep tracking this thing. And when I say lose sight of it, of course I mean like its tracks, the tracks itself. It will run off the screen quite a bit, but if you know what you're doing, you can find it again. Alright, let's go for some stealth. I have no idea where the elk calf is, but there. Okay, there's the mother. Let's check this. Let's check this. What's she doing? How's her fatigue level? Slightly fatigued still, so that's not good. I mean it's good, but I wish she was lower, you know. I wish she was more fatigued. So in that sense, let's run after her now. Alright, I'm chasing her. And I'm going to stop. Let's go to the last place we saw her, which was about right here, and we just follow the track. There she is. Of course, always look at them. I like to inspect them. Keep a very close eye. Now she is fatigued, so that's amazing. Let's go ahead and run. Okay, and stop. Stop running. Now, let's see, right behind us. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of feathers scattered everywhere, but, oh, look at this. Come to the side of... Are we at our shelter? I think I'm literally at the shelter now. Yeah, my shelter is just up north of it. See these trees here? That was me. I chopped those down. That's hilarious. So this thing is literally run up towards our shelter, which is good and bad because our shelter actually does border a forest. So I don't want it to run up into there. Let's chase it. I'm willing now, since it's getting more and more fatigued, to push our luck. There's my shelter. I'm going to push my luck. And I'm going to really push our endurance here. Let's look at it real quick before it escapes our sight again. If it is very fatigued, then I'm going to keep sprinting. Yep, it's very fatigued. All right, we just need to push it till it gets breathless, and it is ours. In fact, I'm so confident, I'm going to go ahead and grab the axe right now. Look at this. Dude, this thing is desperate to find its calf. Literally, that's what it's doing right now. It is so close to me. And it fully sees me. It's not like I'm stealthed right now, so it's just... Wow, that was crazy. Alright, let's chase it. Oh, no. No, 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 no. It's going into the woods. Alright, I'm going to keep chasing it. It's going into the woods. Damn. Damn. Alright, it's not the end of the hunt, though, necessarily here. Because like I've said before, it's virtually impossible to track these animals through the trees, or at least keep up with them. But if it's breathless like this, that's a whole different story. In fact, there it is right there. So I can see it. I can't move there. I got to go around. Let me look at it real quick. Okay, it is breathless. So we should be able to just walk right up to it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. We've got it. Alright, so this is one of those rare instances where I will follow an animal into the trees just because it's not like I'm afraid or anything. It's just that it's so hopeless to try and hunt these big game through these trees. But it is breathless, so we've got it. Let's take out its legs. There we go. A couple more shots. Oh, drop my axe. Of course, I am extremely tired myself, so that does make melee combat a little bit more difficult. And if I want, I could just sit here and hit the 5 button and kind of rest a little bit. 5 passes time without doing an action. But I'm going to push it. I think we're okay. As long it is so tired now, the animal, damn it, that I think we should be okay. Although it is trying to attack me. Let's grab our axe. Yeah, this thing, I've never actually been struck by an elk, if you can believe that. Normally when I engage with an elk in melee, the thing is so exhausted that it almost can't do anything. But I imagine it would probably be pretty devastating to get hit by this. Okay. It's trying to get away. But where Landon hits on its feet, oh, where'd it go? There it is. Alright, keep going. Just repeating. Blunt to the legs. Blunt. Let's go for a headshot. There we go. Finally, we got it unconscious. Alright, now I can take care of it here. Okay, there we go. We have done it. And as you can see, I almost reached my maximum. I got to 94% endurance. We get to 100 and you can't do anything. The only thing you can do at 100% is rest. So we got real close there, but no worries. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and rest now, just so that when I do skin this, hopefully we'll have the best quality because we are rested. All right, let me go ahead and wield an arrow too. I like to get in a habit, if you happen to have like an offhand weapon, get in the habit of putting that away immediately and grabbing an arrow. All right, so it's always good to be prepared. And another bird enters our view. So we got it. It's a relatively small elk by elk standards, 178 cuts. That's still good, don't get me wrong. It's going to help tremendously, but let's go ahead and drink a little bit, have a bite. Yeah, and we're good to go ahead and carry this right out of here. Now, here's the deal. Obviously, we're super close to home, so I might, once we get this processed, I might head back out and see if I can't find that elk calf that, you know, we just left, because its mother's gone now. Obviously it's going to be looking for her around the area. It's going to stick to that area here for a little while, but we'll see. It's not the end of the world. Of course, the elk calf isn't as valuable as the mother, but okay, well, the fur is working, but I literally ran out of cordage again here. So I got most of the meat dried, but I did run out, so I'm going to have to duck up into this forest again. I always go the wrong way. Here we go. So the forest is over here, and I'm going to have to just go through in here, get a whole bunch of little saplings. Unfortunately, I've cut most of them down, so I'm going to have to go pretty deep into the woods here, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I'll probably just not worry about that small elk calf here. We've got too much work to do, because like I said, once I do get the meat prepared, I really need to make some more arrows. And it's not like that's a really difficult process. It's just going to take some time, again, collecting all the resources we need and stuff, or just crafting them up. But yep, you can see, so I'm cutting down these little saplings here as I find them, and each one of these will make like two to four, I think, different pieces of cordage. They're pretty small, but again, as I've mentioned, this is perfect cordage for your drying or smoking process. There we go. And also we're on the lookout for any of the birch saplings, which I don't see any right now. They're kind of hard to see sometimes. They're very thin and spindly looking, but those are good for arrows. Obviously, that's what we need before we can make boards and stuff. Oh, you know, speaking of boards, that reminds me, apparently there has been a new update for the game. I think it's on the experimental branch still, so it's not fully out yet, but one of the changes is you can actually make boards from stone axes now, which is amazing. I'm not playing that version, and honestly, I don't know if I will install it for this playthrough. Obviously, when I start a new series, I will, but just simply because I don't know if the mod pack is going to be updated all that quickly. You know, this is not supported on Steam, the mod itself. So that just means that there's going to be, you know, some time probably for the authors to update it and stuff. But look at this. One of my arrows is stuck in this tree right here. I'm going to grab that. Beautiful. All right. That's just a straight up regular arrow too. Where did that come from? That's not one of mine, is it? I never actually had any regular arrows. We only had the fouling and some blunt ones. Wow, that's great. That must have been like from an NPC hunter or something, I imagine. Because like I said, I have no idea where that arrow would have come from. Anyway, that's kind of cool though. We got ourselves a nice, good arrow. All right, so what we'll do is I think we can probably head back home. I've definitely got enough cordage now for the current supply of meat, but it is a good idea to grab as much. There's a lot of saplings here too. I might as well. Now here's some tracks. What are these? Half-day-old black grouse. I don't care about those. I was kind of thinking maybe that would be the elk calf, but nope, just some stupid bird tracks. Okay, well, we have returned. I've got all the cordage taken care of, and right now I'm just working on some arrowheads. So let's get to work. We cannot let ourselves run out in the middle of a hunt. That's the worst thing possible. Now, obviously, you've seen, if you've watched me hunt before, you know that I don't really use the arrows to kill as much as I do to just harass the animal. But, and quite frankly, these fouling arrows are pretty perfect for that. I don't know what it is, but we seem to be really, really effective with our shooting right now with this character. I've had some characters in previous series who are masters of the bow, just like this guy is, but still just can't seem to hit anything. He does pretty well, though. So anyway, let's go ahead and make up some arrowheads. So right now we are still kind of stuck making bone arrowheads, which is okay. I'm going to go for the forked bone arrowhead right there. And I tried to make a whole, like 9 of them, a whole bunch, but it says that it takes too long, and it's like practically impossible. So if I select, I'll show you. Yeah, see, it says the hunting knife is a tolerable tool here, and its fine quality helps, but it takes far too long to accomplish this task. It's practically impossible. We would probably need something like a smaller knife, like maybe a fishing knife or just a knife, a regular one. I don't know what would really help that, but it doesn't matter. Either way, I can still just do like 2 or 3 at a time, and it takes a while, but he's able to accomplish that task. There we go. So we've made, let's see, I think 3 arrowheads. I should have 3. Yep, we've got 3 arrow shafts. We've got 2 fine forked arrows and 1 regular. So let's grab some cordage off the ground. I'm going to grab this fine leather cord here. I'll just grab all the fine leather cord. Now, let's go ahead and make some arrows. See if we can't put these together. We want some fouling arrows. Let's do 3. We've got our arrow shafts. Now we need the forked arrowhead down here. And 6 foot of thin cordage. Got it. That's a lot, isn't it, for 1 arrow? Jeez. Actually, oh no, that was 3 arrows. Okay, yeah, that's good. So we did obtain 1 fine one and 2 decent. So that's good. Now we're up to 7 regulars, 8 regulars, 1 fine, and our single arrow, which is good. That's probably enough. I don't need to spend too much time crafting arrows and stuff. So I'm gonna drop my bones on the ground, get rid of the leather cordage. Okay, now we're very tired. Unfortunately, I've just thrown my sleeping schedule completely out of whack now, so I'm waking up in early evening fully rested. That's not good, but what I'll do is I'll just stay awake for most of the night until we get a little bit tired, and then I'll just force him to go to bed like right before the morning, so he kind of gets on that sleep schedule, the proper sleep schedule. But I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so this is actually good because now the elk skin is ready for its final stage, and this is like a really long process. So this should probably wear him out and make him a little bit tired so he can go to sleep here at night. Let's check that. 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, this is the big, I think the biggest skin in the game comes from the elk, or the biggest fur, I should say. Let's see. Whoops. What did we get? A fine winter elk fur, 21 pounds of it. Oh, yes. Now, I just dropped it, but because like I said, I want to go to sleep, get it back on the right cycle, but we could actually craft ourselves up now an overcoat or a cloak since, oh my God, look how cold it is, too. Temperature really dropped. We're getting closer and closer to summer for sure. Obviously, every day we get closer, but I don't think it's a terrible idea to make a little bit more winter clothing right now, so especially since it's so cold today. Let's go ahead and grab that cordage again. I want the fine leather. Anything that's fine like that, the more fine ingredients you put together, the more likely you're going to come out with a fine, final product. So we do want that, or maybe even better, perfect. I think perfect is the best modifier an item can have. But anyway, so we got our cordage. And let's see, I need that fur too, the big fur. So I'm going to grab this little piece right here. Yeah, trying to decide. Yeah, I'll use that piece up first. And then where was that? Fine, winter up fur. There we go. All right, so let's do it. Go to our crafting menu. And of course, with the mods installed, everything is kind of rearranged on the crafting menu. So fur items are down here under armors of leather and fur. And we'll go with the overcoat first. Yeah, 16 pounds. So I'm going to use the little bit of winter forest fur we have first. And then it's going to ask for any remaining. There we go. And I need 18 foot of cord. Oh, what? What does it say? That fine leather cord is too short. Oh, so I think I need to lengthen it. See, you can join ropes and cords together. Let's join these two. Wow. Little bag of water, or a little bit of water with that. Okay. So now we have a 30-foot piece of cordage. It's more than we need, obviously, but I think we'll be left over with the remaining part of it. And even if not, it's not the end of the world. I can always get more leather cordage. So let's go ahead and get back into it here. Fur, cordage, perfect. Now, oh, we're getting cool. Oh no. See this? We're dropping to cold. If we get to free, okay, we barely made that, pull that off. All right, let's wear that. That's huge. That's a big piece of clothing right there. We definitely need to start a fire though. That's crazy. I should have thought of that considering how cold it was. And thank you again to the commenter who turned me on to the fact that this is a thermometer, essentially, a temperature gauge. I never really realized that. But, hey, you know what? I can tell, too, just by the look, that some of our meat is done. There it is. Boom. So we ended up, oh, wow. That's not as much as I thought, but it's not bad. It's a decent little amount of food. So I'm going to come back over here and drop this cordage. Now, normally I would drop the food, too. But I'd like to drop it in a cellar, and we don't have one dug yet. So I'm just going to keep this food on me for a little while, at least until I start to like get way too much of it. Right now, this isn't that much to carry, so not worried about it. But let's go and drop that fur. Did we end up with more cordage? No, I think it used all that cordage. Yeah, that's okay. Like I said, it was a little bit of a waste there, but it's not the end of the world. All right, let's sleep. I just screwed up my sleep schedule again. But, well, we've got ourselves a nice new overcoat. I say that we put that to good use by heading out, trying to hunt some more. Let's see. It is probably way too late to try and look for that little baby calf, the elk calf that we left. But nonetheless, we'll still... Oh, never mind. Oh. Wait a second. Hold on. That's not an elk calf. That's a dog. I have never seen a dog out in the wild like that. It's not a wolf. That's a dog. Does that mean there's a person there? That's insane. Hold on. I want to try and catch this dog. Let me zoom back in. All right. I'm going to grab a piece of cordage here. We just need like a rope or something to... leash the dog if possible. I don't even know if this can be possible, but damn it, I don't know if this is gonna work. I can't. Can I make a piece of rope real quick? Let me make a rope real fast. Okay, well, I made a fine leather rope here. Again, I don't even know if this is going to be worthwhile. Oh damn, it's disappeared. I was worried that would happen too. So the dog's not on the map, the world map anymore. Doesn't mean it's necessarily gone though. It was about right here, wasn't it? Let me look. That is so crazy. I've never, ever in my life seen a dog like that. So we've obviously been in this general vicinity before, but what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time looking around here for those tracks. Oh, tracks right there. Bird tracks, crap. It is kind of late. We don't have perfect visibility, so that's not ideal. So I might go ahead and go back and just sleep. I worry that we've missed our opportunity, but if I did want to catch that, you know, I need the rope no matter what. So, kind of had to. Nonetheless, that was interesting. I've never seen that, but I think that's gonna give us something interesting to do for the next episode. We're gonna try and track down that dog, and again, it might be just accompanying a hunter, and we just didn't see the person, but I don't know. It's very interesting to me to find out. So I hope you guys are curious too. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this series so far. I appreciate everybody watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Hey everybody, I just wanted to give a very special shout out to my Patreon members. They are fantastic people. Interstick, Mr. PZ Jones, Lady Viz, and Spuds. Thank you guys so much. Couldn't have done it without you. And I also want to show off this fan art by Vita. It's a cuttlefish scientist. Thank you, Vita.